New project coming out soon. Can you tell us about Hearts in the Game and what drew you to this project?
First of all, hi everybody at Pop Culturalist. Thank you for having me. Okay, Ken, I gotta tell you, this movie was like such a gift in so many ways. First of all, I had just worked with, there's something coming later in the year that I can't talk about yet. It hasn't been announced. So excited about it. And the director of this movie, I had just worked with her on that.
Oh, cool.
And so this movie that was a gift in so many ways because it was an amazing director, amazing cast, just such a gift, but also the material. Hearts in the Game it really deals with, such important issues like a strong feminine perspective. Not just feminine, a strong perspective about being who you are and believing in yourself, and also mental health and grieving and friendship. And this movie really covers a lot of wildly important topics, in my opinion, and covers them in such a way that is so profound and authentic and heart driven. So Hearts in the Game is just, it's a hits on a bunch of levels for me.
Yeah, it's a home run. Definitely. And you played you've played so many powerful female characters throughout your career. Who were the women in your own life who shaped the storyteller that you are today?
Oh my gosh, nobody's asked me that yet. I love that so much. Such a huge part of who I am. So I got a little there's camera, but there's you. So I'm like, who do I that was really that, like, I got a little, wanted to cry a bit. My mom and my grandma have shaped so much of who I am as a person. Actually, my grandma is about to be, she just turned 91, and I'm flying her out to come see our house for the first time, and I'm so excited. So anyway, so they shaped who I am as a person, which ultimately who you are as a person informs who you are as a storyteller in a myriad of ways. But my mom was a theater director, so she and an actress herself before she moved into directing theater. And so it's really interesting because she definitely helped make me the storyteller. I mean, she was the biggest influence who helped make me the storyteller I am today. And then as far as like inspirations, I mean, I could go, the list of people who inspire me as an actress is vast. So, I mean, anywhere from Dame Judi Dench to, I love how Oprah's done her career, both on and off camera. I mean, Reese Witherspoon, like I could just go on and on and on and on.
Yeah, I love that you use your platform also to champion other female storytellers as well. And, in the film, so much of your character's journey is about breaking down the walls that she's created, which you handled with so much nuance. As an actress, how did you create the space for yourself to dive into that arc?
Thank you so much, first of all, for that beautiful compliment. I loved Hazel because I've been saying about the movie, doing press for that, she's different than obviously I draw lots of pieces of myself for all my characters. But she's definitely much more like, this girl who walks in a room and just owns it and knows exactly what she wants to say and and so that was really, really fun preparing for that. And then, I mean, I actually haven't gotten to tell this in an interview yet. I've just told like friends. One of my favorite moments on set was Stacey, our director. There were a couple times when we'd stop and she'd just give me a look and I'd go, oh, that was Erin. Oh, got to do it as Hazel. Got it. I got the note. And like, it was just because I know her, so we have this shorthand, but yeah, I think preparing for it was a lot, was so super fun. And I still kind of was like constantly fine tuning her during it. And then the emotional arc, it was just there on the page. I cried when I read it. So I feel like as long as I got to service that story, then I was happy.
You definitely did. I cried watching it as well. And, you and Marco have such fantastic chemistry. Was there a moment when you were filming, when you realized that you both had that connection to tackle the journey between your two characters?
Okay, first of all, Kev, did you really?
Yeah, I love this film. I love everything that the Hallmark does.
Thank you. So I'm sure Tori's listening being like, Oh, Erin, because I say it every interview, I'm so unbelievably joyful to be and proud to be part of this family. The stories Hallmark tells and the stories
Yeah.
they're expanding into and how inclusive they are and how they're swinging out with comedy and then they're swinging out with real profoundly grounded material. I just am like, Hallmark, I love you. Um, but thank you. Yeah, Marco, it's funny. We work, and I've been saying this, and it's so wonderful because he's everything you'd want him to be if you're a fan of his work. He is so talented. He's so kind. He's so professional. He's so fun and loving, and he's just wonderful human, an incredible actor to work with. But it's very funny. We were so different, but I really think that served us
Mm.
in our characters because I'm, I'm like, hello, good morning, everybody, and yay, and he's like, hey, like so, and it was a really great compliment to work together in that way because we
Yeah.
we brought a lot of the energy to set too, and it was just he was a
And
gift to work with, and we actually had the luxury of our director made some time. We actually got to rehearse a bit,
oh,
which is
cool.
such a luxury because
Yeah.
sometimes these go so quick. You get there and you're like, hi, nice to meet you. We have our kissing scene. You're like, oh. But this one we had a rehearsal and then we had another day where we got to like talk and connect, and it was such a gift.
It plays well on screen. And like you were saying earlier, there's so many universal themes that this film tackles, like grief, self-discovery, loss, mental health. Was there one in particular that hit home for you?
Honestly, like they all were so incredible. What you just said, grief, loss, self-discovery. But for me, the mental health aspect, when I read
Mm.
that, because I'm such an advocate of it, two organizations I really champion, and one's Build On, and they build schools because I think education is a fundamental human right. And also, but then another one is called the Kindness Campaign, which deals with mental health.
Mm.
And I just think, that the fact that I just started working with the Kindness Campaign like less than a year ago, and then this movie came along, is so, I'm just like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's really an important topic, and especially given everything we've all been through the last couple of years, there's
Yeah.
not a human on the planet who wasn't affected in either a small way. Some people weren't, or a really, really, really profound, life-changing way, and everything in between. So I think for me, the mental health aspect, and also just to play such a strong female who
Yeah.
empowers other females, and not just females, who empowers other humans. She's like, listen, person, this is what you
Yeah.
deserve, and this is how you should see and say it. And this is how it should be seen because it's your truth.
Another theme that resonated with me in this film is about second chances. If you could pick a moment in your own
Oh,
life to read you, which would it be and why?
I'm a big believer in like not having regrets and just seeing everything as
Yeah.
a learning opportunity. Um, there aren't really that many. Nothing comes to mind. I guess maybe there were two of our best friends. I don't know why this is coming to mind. This is so random, but there were two of our best friends. We had a really tiny wedding and we only had 20 friends, and two of our very best couldn't make it. And they were just in a tough position. And we were like bootstrapping it. We were paying for our own wedding. We were like, cool. We'll figure it out. And we'll eat a lot of cup noodles when we get home. It'll be fine. But I wish that I had just stuck their flights on a credit card and just dealt with it
Mm.
later. Because I really missed them at our wedding, but that's like not even a big regret. That's nothing.
Yeah. That's a beautiful answer, though. I got one final question for you. When this film
Yes.
comes out, what do you hope audiences take away?
Wow. Kevin, I love your questions.
Thank
Um,
you.
I hope, really, thank you. I hope they take away a few things. I hope they take away that it is not only okay to talk about not being okay, but it's
Mm.
it's stronger to talk about it, and more, and so important to talk about it. So I hope they take away, people take away that to just talk, and seek help, or do whatever will help them personally can be any myriad of things. And yeah, I hope that they take away that nothing is done forever. That through conversation, all matter of things can be solved.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just getting in communication with people, can really make all the difference.